Hello and welcome back to the Breakaway. Gosh, it seems like forever since we've all talked. A lot has happened. Christmas, New Year, everything, including 2 showcases for the juniors. Elite went 2-2 at the Florida Showcase. Premier went 2-1-1. And fast forward to after the Christmas holiday, the team traveled up to Boston for the Winter Showcase. Elite went 4-0 with huge performances from Milan Levchenko. And Premier went 3-1 and only allowed 2 goals all weekend. So we'll keep that quick and short, and we're going to bring on assistant coach Red Buffler onto the show. Well, hello, Red. How are we doing today?
Doing well, Christian. Yourself?
Doing well. So we'll back up. Like I said, it's been a while since we've had a Breakaway episode. What did you do over the holidays? You do anything special for Christmas, New Year's?
Not so much, just a little bit of unwinding and relaxing and enjoying the nice Florida weather.
Absolutely, and it's beautiful around here this time of year. We've had great weather. It's been in the 50s, 60s at night, so it's been real nice. Well, we wind back to the Florida Showcase. Elite goes 2-2, not a fantastic record, but they hold their own against really some of the top teams in the country. What did you like out of them that weekend in particular?
I liked our battle. I mean, we were right in there in every game. A couple bounces go differently, and it's a 4-0 weekend, but it was really nice to kind of get that monkey off our back and beat Richmond.
Yeah, that's actually where I was going with my next question. Talk to us about that game in particular, how Spinella played. He was fantastic back in net, and kind of how you kind of shook that monkey off your back in Richmond.
Yeah, absolutely. Spinella's been great all year, and I know kind of this is his 3rd year, so he's suffered a few losses against Richmond, and I know he's hungry to beat them, and I thought he's played well every time against them, but this time was kind of a new level. And then the rest of the guys kind of piggybacked off that and just battled and found a way.
Talk to us about Tyler Coleman, too. He scored, I think he scored the 2nd goal of the game to put him up 2-1, and then he also scored the shootout winner. Talk to us about what it's been like to see him transition from defense and then now to offense and have so much success.
Guys like that are imperative to our success. You know, guys that can go back on D when we need them or can come up on forward and score huge goals, and he's been able to do that in his 2 years with us. And there's just kind of a vintage Cullen sequence where he uses his reach and comes in and kind of wows everyone. And
so now let's fast forward now to Boston after the new year. Elite goes 4-0. I mean, they run the table, and then they also beat a really good Cyclones team. What did you see out of them in that weekend in particular?
Perseverance, stick-to-itiveness, just kind of overcoming a lot of travel issues we had. The majority of the team didn't get into town until 2 hours before puck drop, and we still came to play. Maybe the first game wasn't our best, but we still found a way.
Tampa Bay find a ways. So now let's kind of get a big grasp on thing. Obviously, the new Dan K show rankings came out. They're ranked number 3 in one, 4 in the other. How does this team look towards the end of the year as compared to not only teams around the league, but other Tampa Bay teams that you've been able to coach?
I think we're right up there with any of our Tampa Bay teams of the past that are championship contenders. And obviously, league-wide, there's some really good teams, but we've also beaten most of the really good teams we've seen. So at this point, it's just a consistency thing and making sure that we bring that same level of energy and attention to detail every night.
And so now we'll switch over to Premier for just a second. Talk about Jonah Mortensen and what he's meant to this team. He came on a little late, and he's caught fire. He's got 31 points in 25 games, and now the tender from Twin Cities NCDC program.
He's a kid that the tender wasn't handed to him. He's come in and put in the extra work, and he's here, an hour before practice, before everybody else gets here, doing stuff to improve his game. And he came to us knowing what he needed to improve on, and he's put in countless hours to get to that spot.
All right, and what are you expecting from this Premier team heading forward? They're kind of in a tough spot. They're behind Florida, and Florida's got some games at hand. So what do you expect out of them trying to make that push for the playoffs?
I expect the same effort that we've shown the past 6 weeks or so, where we're just a relentless, hard-working team that has picked up wins against the best of the best. As they say, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And I think, game by game, we're kind of proving that we belong in that conversation.
Absolutely. Well, hey, Rhett, thank you very much, and we'll hope to have you on soon. Assistant Coach Rhett Vossler, we're going to take a quick break here on the Breakaway. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back to the Breakaway here with our two premier players, Joe Potter and Mateusz Wawrkiewicz. Guys, how you doing today?
Good. I'm doing good.
Good. So, it's been a while since we've had a Breakaway episode. Talk to us about what you did over the holidays. I know you were in Poland. I think you went back to Minnesota. What did you guys do over the break?
Basically, I just hang out with my family, and I got a chance to skate with my old home team. So.
Oh, really? How was that?
It was fun. We just played a little scrimmage, and yeah.
Now, what's Poland like during the holidays? Is it a big Christmas type of place?
Oh yeah, we really celebrate Christmas. We got some snow as well, so you got to feel the spirit, you know. And yeah.
And I believe you went back to Minnesota, correct?
Yep, I did. Did a lot of ice fishing, a lot of skating outside, which is nice. Yeah, spent time with family, and that was nice.
Now, how's ice fishing? Now, that's definitely something we don't get to do any of down here in Florida. Talk to us about what some of the challenges are and what some of the fun parts there too.
I'd say a challenge is walking in the snow, pulling the big sled. But yeah, it's fun. I love it. I think I ice fished almost every day when I was up there.
Now, what type of fish do you catch when you're
Walleye, bass, crappie.
Oh, and they're just all
a lot of the same fish down here.
Really? And they all live under the ice? That's
yeah.
That's quite remarkable. Do you guys have any special Christmas traditions that you guys do with your family, or just kind of celebrate the holiday?
Nothing special. No.
Nothing special.
All right. So, talk to us, Joe. You're from Minnesota. Obviously, Minnesota, the state of hockey. Talk to us about what it's like growing up there and playing the game.
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, high school hockey is great there, and it's just a huge tradition there, and it's a great place to grow up playing hockey.
Now, did you get to play any of these guys on the team while you were in Minnesota? Or?
Yes, pretty much all of them. On Bo's team, we're in the same section as them, but just playoffs, so we met them quite a bit.
Who got the best of that battle?
We did, actually.
Oh, okay. Is it an interesting game then?
Yeah.
Game in the playoffs. Now, of course, you're from Poland, Matthew. Talk to us about what hockey's like over there. There's some players that come over, but not a ton. So give us the kind of inside scoop on Polish hockey.
Yeah, Polish hockey is not very popular. I mean, we don't really play there. It's more popular is soccer, volleyball, basketball. I got a chance to grow up in a hockey family. Like my uncle and my father used to play. They used to play for Polish national team as well. But yeah, I got a chance to play in Czech Republic before I came here, then playing here for TPJ, so it's awesome.
Now, how do you like playing over here? Is it a good experience?
I love
for you?
it. I really love it here.
Someplace you consider living, eh?
Oh yeah.
Nice. So now let's fast forward to after the break. We end up in Boston. The whole nightmare as far as travel went. Talk to us about what happened. Tell us what went on, and give us the lowdown of how that went down.
Tough on the body for sure. I mean, yeah.
So I'll dive into it just if people don't already know. They stuck at the airport for 10 hours. You got on a flight, you got off a flight, and then you got off a flight, and then 40 out of the 50 you had to get off the flight. Did that affect your guys' game? Did it affect your headspace? Talk to us about what it's like to have those difficulties and then turn around and play a quick game.
I think we felt a little tired, but, I mean, you can't use it as an excuse, so I think we did okay. I mean, 3-1.
You did okay. Yeah, so now let's move into the games. You start, I believe it was with Chicago, right? With Chicago the second game.
I think Chicago's the second game.
So you guys end up, you win it overtime, I believe.
Yeah.
You grab one early, and then you face the Chicago team. it's a 1-0 loss, but it didn't really feel like a loss from the vibe that I got. Talk to us about that game and what went on.
I mean, we got a lot of good scoring chances. We just got to finish those. Like,
Yeah, their goalie played well. I mean,
yeah.
we just didn't bury on the chances, and sometimes it happens, you know.
So then you move on and you play not so great Ontario team. You drill them, 6-0 win, and then you come back and you play a really, really strong Utah team. I believe they were ranked 3rd in the country at the time. Talk to us about a challenge in playing a team like Utah, and then how you guys persevered and came out on top.
I mean, you got to mentally prepare like the night before. Like, everyone in the team was already locked on the game. Went to sleep pretty early and woke up. We did a great warm-ups. Everyone was quiet, locked on the game, and we just did our job.
Now, talk to us about defense. I know you've been starting to play some defense yourself because of the physicality you bring. Obviously, you're a tremendous stay-at-home defenseman. You guys allowed 2 goals all weekend long, despite going 3-1. 2 goals, it's not an easy accomplishment. Talk to us about how you guys were able to do that.
Yeah, all 6 of our D are good. I mean, all throughout, even our forwards, we play a good defensive game, I think.
All right, so we'll end on something funny here. Who has the messiest hotel room on the team?
I'm going to go with Judd.
Judd? You go with Dithra.
I think so, yeah.
So, okay, now explain. Wait, is he just his clothes everywhere, or like just food, or?
I live with the guy, so I know.
Hey, well, thank you guys very much. We've enjoyed having you on. So, Joe Potter and Matthew Wawrkiewicz, we're going to take a break here on the Breakaway, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Goals, assists, save percentage. Statistics are the most accurate way to judge the success of a hockey player and a league.
And welcome back to the Breakaway here with our 2 elite players, Phillip Wsol and Roy Shaver. Boys, how you doing today?
Good. We're doing good. How are you?
Good. So, Phillip, or both of you guys in particular, how'd you guys do over the holidays? What'd you guys do?
I went back home to visit my grandparents in Odessa, Texas. Stayed there for about a week. Didn't really do much. Just they have a big house, and yeah, I just stayed in the house for a whole week.
Now, what was the weather like in Texas? Was it cold? Was it kind of warmer weather? Or?
It was chilly. It was kind of chilly. Yeah, it wasn't really pool weather, so couldn't really head out.
Not like down here. Now, Phillip, what'd you do? Any special traditions or things you guys do on Christmas?
Well, my family's from Czech Republic, so we actually celebrate Christmas on the 24th of December instead of the 25th.
Family.
Yeah, pretty much like that. So, we're just spending time with family, relaxing, in the gym too, staying up to date with the hockey and everything, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Now, you guys come back from the new year. What were you guys most looking forward to coming out of the break?
Honestly, just to get back on the ice, get going again, play the games. And at the end of the day, we want to make to the playoffs first, right? So kind of just keep grinding away.
So now, Roy, you're from Beijing, China, which is a name that does not normally come across our rosters when talking about hometowns. Tell us kind of how you got into hockey in a place that is like really kind of void of the sport.
When I got into hockey there, it was kind of like growing. So, how do you say it? Like, when a new thing pops out, everybody gets excited about it, and that was kind of what stage hockey was in at that time. I was 5 years old. I was pretty small, too. I would get bullied a lot in school or whatever I was in at the time. I'm not sure if it was kindergarten or preschool, but I would get bullied and because I was smaller than everybody else. So I saw these guys on the ice wearing a bunch of hockey gear. I thought they looked like Transformers. So my grandma bought me a bunch of hockey gear, threw me on the ice, and there was this one coach who came up to me and offered to teach me how to skate, and he happened to be a really good skating coach, and that's where I ended up learning to play hockey.
And so now talk to us a bit about how you came here to Tampa. Did you guys move to Tampa? Did you come to this area originally when you moved from China, or where'd you go?
I moved to Dallas towards the end of 2016. I was there for like 2 years, and then I was in Connecticut, and then now I'm here.
Now, Phillip, you're from Ontario, which is like
Yep.
in the capital of hockey. Talk to us about what it's like growing up in a place that is so ingrained in the sport.
Yeah, I mean, growing up, like, all my friends, you know, in school or whatever, they would play hockey. You know, Canada's just hockey country, and, yeah, that's what I did. You know, I played multiple sports growing up, soccer, lacrosse, but hockey was definitely my favorite as a young kid, you know. Stepped on the ice at 4 or 5, started to figure it out on my own, and it just went from there. And Canada, obviously, you know, like we said, big in hockey, so, you know, there's many resources in Canada for hockey, so many rinks. So it was great growing up in Canada and being able to, you know, get better at hockey. You know.
So now how'd you find your way down to Tampa?
Man, so obviously COVID-19 hit 2019, that area, so, or that time. It just stopped everything, and eventually me and my family, we just said, you know, it's enough. And here in America, Florida, you know, you guys were continuing hockey, and so we thought Tampa would be a great place. You know, you have the Tampa Bay Lightning, you know, it's a great city, obviously. And, yeah, so this has been definitely a great city for me to expand my hockey.
And you see that so much. So many guys will come down here and play and fall in love with the city and just end up living here. So
yeah, for sure.
Big attractor for you other hockey players out there that might want to come play with us.
It's the exact same reason I'm here.
Yeah,
with piece of COVID.
No, yeah, because it's Florida.
Oh, a great city.
Like, because of COVID, nowhere else to play.
Warm weather, I love that. You know, Canada gets super cold, so.
Yeah, what is it, like minus 36 up there now? Something like that?
It's cold. It gets cold. And then, like, with the snow and everything, like, I have enough of it, to be honest. I love Florida and all the weather and, you know, the heat. I love it.
So now we'll fast forward back out of the break. You got a big showcase in Boston. And you guys get stuck at the airport. Talk to us about what that was like, kind of what happened, and how you guys got around that.
Go ahead.
I watched TV. I watched Netflix. I just watched Netflix the whole time. I didn't really care. It didn't bother me. I could lay there all day. I could sleep on the floor. I can sleep on a piece of wood. I don't care.
So you had no recollection of what happened or went on. You were just like, Shaver, go over there. Okay.
Yeah. I went to the restroom a couple of times, but that's it.
For me, honestly, it did suck, like, being at the airport for so many hours. It was tiring. And then eventually, you know, we got on the plane. Me and Shaver were fortunate enough to get on that plane. And then I slept, like, throughout the plane for a bit. And then when I woke up, I was like, oh, my God. But woke up, got all the bags and everything, head to the hotel. So it was a long day.
Well, that was a pain, too, because all 50 hockey bags and all 50 suitcases were all on a plane with, 10 of you guys?
Yeah.
So, and then you walk out, and it was freezing. And
honestly, we worked as a team. All of us.
Oh, yeah,
we got it done pretty quick.
It was a lot quicker than I expected.
I thought it would take long as well, to be honest.
Yeah, because we didn't get back to the airport till what, like 4, or the hotel until like 4 in the morning.
It was like 4:30, or I went to sleep at 4:30.
Yeah. I was settled in the room at like 4:20.
Yeah.
So, I mean, which is ridiculous. So then you guys have got to turn around and play a game. I think it was at 2 p.m. the next day. Talk to us about how hard that was to kind of find your rhythm. And you guys have struggled on the road a bit, too. So talk to us about how you put that behind you and were able to grab that OT win.
I feel like the first period, like, all of our legs were probably, or the first half, all of our legs were probably pretty stiff. And, like, for me, my legs definitely were pretty stiff the first half. But I feel like we kind of, you know, we stuck in there. We got to OT, and then we took care of business, you know, at the end of the day. So it was good. All of us were definitely tired. You know, first game in the tournament, or the showcase, sorry. So, you know, but I think it was pretty successful. You know, we went 4-0 at the end of the day. So.
Yeah, and well, then it's funny too because not only were you playing one game after you had gotten maybe 8 hours of sleep. I think the bus left at 12:30 that day.
5 hours of sleep.
Yeah. So and then you got to play another game after that.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, you looked better in the second game. You guys drilled your opponents. How was that?
Funny thing is, we didn't have warm-ups that game. We had nap time in the locker room.
We were so tired.
Yeah, we had
so
nap
tired.
time in the locker room where
everybody
was
slept
so
on
tired.
the bags. Yeah.
Because that was a 6-0 win, right?
No, it was 5-2, I think.
5-2?
It was against the Bruins?
Yeah.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
the Boston Junior
Yeah.
Bruins. That's right.
They weren't bad. They were pretty solid.
No, they're a very solid team, and
Yeah.
they're a solid program overall. But then you come back the next day, and you've got probably your toughest test of the entire showcase, the Northern Cyclones. They're doing okay right now, but they're generically a top 5 finish. What were the challenges that you guys faced in that game?
Yeah, I mean, they're a pretty good. They're a good team. Obviously, you know, they came out hitting. They were aggressive, so we really just had to move the puck, move it around, and that's what we did. You know, that's kind of how we scored our goals, by finding each other. But yeah, they definitely brought it to us, and it was a good game.
They were penalty prone. They like to get penalties. Their best players were their leading penalty getters, and I think we didn't really use that to. We just let it happen, and they just got their penalties, and I think we did our part. We didn't we weren't afraid of the hitting, because I think they're pretty close to the Richmond Generals in terms of the style of play. They just like to hit. They like to throw their body straight up on the forecheck. So as long as we don't get scared and we just maneuver right around them, they're not a big deal. I think we did that for the most part of the game.
So, and then you come back after that. Obviously, Bridgewater, not a very good team. You guys take care of business. You got big home game coming up. Goodness gracious, the first time in a month we played a home game. And the Eels are right on your tail, as a surprise to no one. Talk to us about what you're looking forward to in playing this home game, but what are some of the challenges you're going to expect to see as well?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like you said, we haven't played a home game in a while, so it's big, and I think all of us are going to come into it prepared. We need to. The Eels, they're right behind our back, so we definitely, these are some 2 very important games right this weekend, this Sunday. So yeah, I mean, they're obviously big hitting team as well. You know, they like to use their body. They're very aggressive, so we got to move it quick. Defensemen, you know, get it right up to our forwards, and just move it to each other. You know, that's how we find success.
Absolutely. And then, so we're coming up on the end of the season now. We've got about a month and a half left in the regular season. Where do you guys feel like you are as a team? You guys have done a ton of growing, but right now where you stand, where do you think you are, and what do we expect to see out of you guys moving forward?
I think as a team, we're progressing. We're doing all right. I think we definitely play a lot better as a team now compared to even before Christmas. Actually, compared to when we got back from Christmas, that first week was kind of brutal. But we look a lot better now, and I think everybody has gotten more used to USP play, because we do have a good amount of rookies on the team. So
yeah,
I think it was pretty important for most of those guys to start getting used to the hitting and actually just the hitting.
The physicality of the game,
Yeah.
and it's different when you move up levels. Just the not only the pace of play, but the physicality and the bigger guys that come down.
Yeah.
So kind of, I guess I asked 2 questions at once, so I'll reiterate. Apologize. So we'll go to you. What are we expecting out of the Tampa Bay Juniors the rest of the way?
I think as long as we continue to just get better, develop, I think you'll see that, we're finding each other, we're making good plays, we're getting good shots off, and we're just playing overall good hockey, but again, that comes with development, right? We got to keep getting better, keep, building that chemistry, finding each other. So, yeah.
What are we, ranked number 3 right now?
Yes. So there's 2 Dan K Power Show rankings. I guess one is Dan and one is Lucas. If I remember correctly, Dan has got you ranked number 4, and Lucas has got you ranked number 3.
All right, but yeah, we're top 5, and honestly, this in the league, the top 5 teams are, we're all kind of the same. We beat each other, we lose to each other.
Yeah, like the coaches said. Yeah, I mean,
we just have to show up better than the other team.
Yeah, we got to be more
given
prepared.
night.
Yep. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, hey. Oh, I got to finish on my funny question. Who keeps the messiest hotel room on the team?
It's definitely not me. I know some of the guys mention my name. No way. Messiest hotel room, though. I mean, most of the time I'm with Cobbs and Nash, and it's usually pretty. Or sorry, I said Cobbs and Nash. I mean Nash and Campo. Usually I'm with them. Yeah, usually it's pretty good. With those guys. For me, I've been with Pranay once. He's good too. So I wouldn't even be able to answer that question because all the guys I've been with are pretty solid. So.
All right, so we'll pass that one on to you. Well, are you taking the
I
high?
have nothing.
Taking the high road.
I have nothing.
All right, we'll take the high road on that. But hey, thank you guys for joining us. It's been a pleasure. Hope to get you on soon again. Just a reminder, come out to AdventHealth Center Ice for a big game this weekend against the first place Eels. Well, Premier's first place. Elite is second behind your Tampa Bay Juniors. Elite will kick things off at 5:30. Premier will follow at 8:15. And then don't forget to broadcast Sunday afternoon from Fort Myers on Hockey TV. Christian Adams here. Say goodbye to Mr. Wsol and Mr. Shaver. And make sure to tune in next week as we get another episode of the Breakaway in. And we'll see you all real soon. Have a great rest of your night.